What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Water Juice channel. Welcome back to the Madden 21 Cleveland Browns retro rebuild here on Madden 21 on the PC. That is right, we are back with another episode number 2 of this series. And we are finally ready to simulate the 2009 NFL season. I am excited. I'm super excited for this series. This team is 0-2 currently. You guys saw that at the end of last video. And I'm super excited to see if we can go 0-16, as crazy as that sounds, because we need the number 1 pick to be able to get a top tier player in the draft. Whether that be Ndamukong Suh, whether that be Joe Hayden, or even a Sam Bradford type. We could go with Sam Bradford and see how that develops, because we've got currently Brady Quinn as our starting quarterback. He's a 72 overall, I'm pretty sure right now. But we could go with Sam Bradford for the future. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's a good idea. I'm just saying that's a possibility. It's one of many possibilities that we could have. We got 3 first-round picks in this draft, so hopefully they're all going to be top 5. Hopefully they're all going to be top 10 at least. But I don't know. I think ours is going to be top 10, and I think the Chargers is going to be top 10. I don't know about the Raiders, though. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and let's get started. All right, here we go. We are in week number 3. This is where we ended last episode, and our team currently sits 73 overall, 76 offense, 71 defense. This team is looking promising. I'll say that. We've got a stud, solid left tackle, Joe Thomas. We've got a stud, solid center in Alex Mack. We've got a potential. There's a ton of potential in Darren McFadden that it could happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. He's star development at 75 overall, so it could turn out to be something. I don't know. We need to work on wide receivers. We've got Braylon Edwards, who's got some potential, but he's not really here for the long term, I wouldn't think, at least not as a number 1. I mentioned that in the last episode. And on defense, we've got Cameron Wimbley. He's 25 years old, star development, 85 overall. We signed him to a big contract. I signed him to a big contract in the first episode, so he's going to be here for a little bit. Hopefully he progresses even more. I did trade for Chris Long in the first episode, towards the end of the episode, before I brought you guys back in that final time. It only took like 2 players and like a 4th round pick or something like that. I don't even remember what it took, but he's star development. He is a 1-year pro. He's 69 overall. He's gonna be anchoring hopefully our our left side until we can move on from Williams. I didn't want to move on from him right now because he's 72 overall. So, and I want to give Chris Long the ability to grow. So Chris Long is there. He's got some potential. We've also got Brandon Browner, who's 25 years old, star development, 77 overall. He's got some potential to grow into a number 1 corner. Other than that, I think we are good to go. This team is bad, but it's not like horribly bad. Like I did some work in the preseason in the first couple weeks to make this team okay. And so hopefully that will get us the number 1 overall pick. I'm not sure. I think it might, but I don't know. But we are going to simulate. I'll catch you guys. You guys know the drill. I'll catch you guys back when something interesting happens. All right, I'll pull you guys back in here because we got an interesting proposition in front of us. Brady Quinn is up for a contract extension. Now, I don't know what we do about Brady Quinn and his contract. It's a little bit... I don't know. He's got 8 touchdowns to 6 picks, 1,400 passing yards. Do we pull the trigger and pay Brady Quinn, or do we just go with a rookie quarterback this next year? I don't know what we do. I don't think Brady Quinn. I mean, it's asking for $17.9 million. I don't think Brady Quinn is is worth $17.9 million. So I am going to hold off on Brady Quinn until at least the end of the season. Then we'll probably decide there. Maybe we trade him. I don't know. I haven't signed. I withdrew my offers from these guys. These are the free agents that we signed. I'm probably going to trade these 3 guys, so that's why I didn't sign them back. Plus, they're asking for a lot of money, so I'm just going to trade those guys. But Brady Quinn is the one that I'm a little bit concerned about. I think we stick it out this year with Brady Quinn, and then we trade him next year, or we franchise tag him. That could also be a possibility. We could also franchise tag him and figure out next year what we want to do with him. I just don't know, because we got guys like Mike Adams and Dakota Jackson, and some of these guys those guys we won't sign. But guys like Dakota Jackson and Mike Adams, I'm gonna bring those guys back. I don't know what I want to do with Brady Quinn yet. I think I'm going to just leave it here until towards the end of the season, and then we'll decide from there. All right, pull you guys back in here because we are week 17 now, and we just beat the 11-3 New York Jets. Now they're 11-4. They are the number 1 seed in the playoffs in the AFC, and we just beat them. I don't know how, and we beat them like good. 24-17 is a good score. We're 5-10 on the season. I'm not sure how or why we're 5-10 on the season. I don't know. Alex Mack has gotten his X Factor, or not his X Factor, his ability. He's a superstar. Darren McFadden's up to a 76 overall. Brady Quinn is up to a 73. Joe Thomas 89. On defense, Chris Long is a 70. Wimbley's an 86. Brandon Browner's a 78. So everybody's going in the right direction. Everybody is going in the right direction. I like it. But we are kind of like a middle-of-the-road team, which is really weird. Like, why are we that good of a team? We're currently sitting with the 2nd pick overall because of the Raiders, the 6th pick overall because of us, and the 26th pick overall because of the Chargers. Now, let's go to the standings and see what's going on here. So the Chargers are the 3 seed. That's why we have the 26th pick currently. But the Raiders are 5-10, and so are we. So, all right. So we're projected 2 top 5 picks, or 2 top 10 picks, I guess, because we have the 6th pick. I have still not signed Brady Quinn. He is still here. I think I'm going to not sign him and then maybe franchise tag him. I think that's the move, because we wouldn't have to pay him that much money. But we're not going to make the playoffs. So we're going to simulate the entire playoffs. I'll bring you guys back into the Pro Bowl so you guys can see the Pro Bowl participants, because I don't know if you guys care about that stuff. And I'll also show you guys the stats at that point. All right, here are the Pro Bowl rosters for 2009. I'll scroll down here. You guys can pause. You guys know the drill. Pause if you want to see any of your favorite players that made it. I'm going to go down and see if we have anybody that made it. I don't think we have any Pro Bowlers. Joe Thomas, we have 1 Pro Bowler. Is that everybody that is on our team? Is Joe Thomas the only Pro Bowler we had? It looks like he is. Actually, no. We got Elam. Abram Elam. I'm pretty sure that's our player, so that's 2. Okay. So we got 2 Pro Bowlers. That's pretty cool. That's good, I guess. The Super Bowl is the Jets versus the Packers. So we end up beating the Jets in Week 16, and then they go on and win and go to the Super Bowl. So I don't know what that says about us, but hey, it is what it is. Do we have any... let me see if I can spend some XP. I got 4,000 XP, so let's do... We should probably do some player retention, right? Let's do some wide receiver re-sign influence. Let's get that up. And then is there anything else we can upgrade? No, we only got 1,000 points. I don't think there's anything else we can upgrade. So, all right, let's, no, I got to submit that. There we go. There, perfect. Now we can go. So we're sitting at coach level 7. Is there any free agents that got cut during the season? Amani Toomer is the highest rated, so no. But yeah, we can go to the off season now and get that started. We are... Let me confirm the draft picks, because I think the draft picks should be set in stone now, right? Pick 5, pick 8, pick 26. Okay, that's good. We can work with that. We can work with those picks. But let's simulate to the offseason and see what goes down. But before we do that, I forgot to show you guys the stats. So here we go. Brady Quinn in the regular season had 3,900 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 13 picks. So it was an season, I guess you could say, at best. Darren McFadden, in his first year as a starter, he went 181 carries, 584 yards, 9 touchdowns. 2,000-yard receivers. Okay, so Braylon Edwards had 1,100 and Plexico had 1,000. 9 touchdowns for Robert Royal. Okay, pretty cool. As for the defense, Abram Elam, that's why he made the Pro Bowl, because he had 95 tackles and a pick. Who led sacks? Cameron Wimbley. It's a good thing we signed him to an extension then, because he had 5.5 sacks. Chris Long had 4.5. Eric Wright led the interceptions with 3. Rodney Poole had 2, and Eric Barton had 2. Anybody with a touchdown? No touchdowns, no safeties. We did have a blocked kick. Mike Adams blocked the kick. How many fumble recoveries do we have? Eric Barton had 1. Elam, Wimbley, Browner, and Don Carey all had 1, and then we only recovered 3 of them, which is all right. I mean, we can't recover them all. But as for tackling, I mean, Brandon Browner had 87. Chris Long had 73. So our young guys are producing. Phil Dawson went 14 of 16 on field goals, kicked a 53-yarder, and he hit all of his extra points. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, Josh Cribbs did okay. Kick returning. He didn't punt return anything, but Derek Anderson apparently came in for 1 play and missed a pass, so whatever that's worth. That's the stats. The awards. Vince Young wins MVP of the league. All right. Okay. Matt Nagy wins Coach of the Year. AFC Player of the Year is Vince Young again. Defensive Player of the Year is Vince Wilfork, so 2 Vinces. Mark Sanchez wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Ray Maualuga. Best quarterback is Mark Sanchez. Best running back is Chris Johnson. Nate Washington is best wide receiver. Nick Mangold is best offensive lineman. Best defensive lineman is Vince Wilfork. Best linebacker is Elvis Dumerville. Best defensive back is Ty Law. Darrelle Revis finished in 3rd. Best kicker is John Hall, and that is it. MVP for Vince Young. That's pretty cool. Good for him. Now we get to go and see who wins the Super Bowl. All right, so you know it's unrealistic when the New York Jets win the Super Bowl. So they beat the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. So that gives Darrelle Revis a ring before he gets his ring on the Patriots in 2014. We got some guys to sign. I'm not going to negotiate a lot of these guys. I'm going to withdraw my offer from you, withdraw my offer from you, withdraw my offer from you. You're just too bad. I don't want any of you guys. No, don't want you either. Don't want you. Don't want you. Definitely don't want you. Josh Cribbs, I'll think about. Derek Anderson, don't want you, not at that money. Beanie Wells, sorry, but I don't want you at that money either. And then franchise tag. Can I not franchise tag Brady Quinn? I don't think I can franchise tag Brady Quinn for some reason. It wants me to franchise tag one of these guys, which I don't want to franchise tag one of those guys. I want to franchise tag Brady Quinn. Josh Cribbs, do I want to bring you in? Do I want to bring you in? You're only 66 overall. I'm going to withdraw my offer from you. You're not worth it. Sorry, Browns fans, if I should have kept Josh Cribbs. I don't think he's worth it. Not at that money, especially that overall. Brady Quinn. Brady Quinn. Since I can't franchise tag Brady Quinn, I'm going to franchise tag Shane Olivier, however you say that name, because we're going to trade him, and we're going to trade Kwame Harris and Zach Weigert too before we simulate to the offseason. And I think we trade Brady Quinn as well. I think we trade Brady Quinn along with him. So let's go to right tackle. Kwame Harris. Can't bring him in. Can't sign him to a contract. So what can we get for him? We could get the 10th pick probably. Who needs a right tackle bad? We already have the Chargers pick. Who needs a right tackle is their number one position of need. The Packers just went to the Super Bowl, so we don't want to trade with them. We want to trade with maybe the Seahawks. What do they have? They don't have a first-round pick. Maybe we could trade with the Bengals. The Bengals have pick 16. The Broncos have pick 23. The Bucks have pick 12. Come on, give me something. Give me something top 5 related. Give me something top 5 related. That's close, but the Chiefs aren't interested in him. How about the Cowboys? Pick 25. The Dolphins, pick 2 and pick 3. Back-to-back picks for the Dolphins. Well, they don't need both of those picks. They don't need both of those picks. What about if I could get both of those picks? Is this even like legit possibilities? I don't think this is legit possibilities. David Bowens, does he sweeten the pot for you? I don't think he sweetens the pot for you enough. Strong safety. They would want Brodney. I don't think that gets it done, though. It gets close. But I don't think we can get 2 first-round picks. I think we'd be stretching it a little bit too much at that point. Yeah, so we could just probably go for the 2nd pick. Oh, but what would we give up for the 2nd pick overall? We've got pick 5, pick 8, pick 26. I'd be willing to give you a 4th rounder. That gets it sweetened up a little bit. I would also be willing to give you Derek Anderson. Does that sweeten it anymore? Trade declined. Okay, so they are interested in Derek Anderson. Maybe we sweeten it even more with maybe like a 3rd round pick. This is probably going to go through. So Kwame Harris, Derek Anderson, and a 3rd round pick this year for the 2nd pick overall. That goes through. So now we have a ton of 1st round picks. Let's go to Zach Weigert. Who wants him? The Jaguars are interested in him. They have pick 1. But what can I get? Maybe like a player. Although, are the Jets interested? The Jets are interested. Can I get Darrelle Revis? Is that a possibility? It's not a possibility. Not even a little bit of a possibility. That's for sure. So we go with the Jaguars. We go to players. We look around here, see if they have anybody that I want. They don't really. Who else is interested? The Lions are interested. They obviously have some people that I would like, but the Panthers are interested as well. They have Julius Peppers and Thomas Davis. Could we get Thomas Davis? It's easier to get Thomas Davis than it is to get Darrelle Revis. What about Chris Gamble? Can we get Chris Gamble? No, we cannot. Steve Smith? Okay, so we are going to get Steve Smith. I didn't realize that was going to go through almost so easily. So we're going to throw in a 7th round pick here and get Steve Smith. Boom. We just got a big wide receiver. So now we've got Steve Smith. He is 31 years old, but he can give us a couple years of production while we groom another player. Now we got to get rid of Olivier. Who needs a left tackle? I know there's a team out here that needs a left tackle, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. What can we get from you? You don't really have anything that I want. The Steelers, the Bengals, back to the Bengals here. They don't need a left. Why'd they move Andrew Whitworth to left guard when they have Evan Mathis too? That's a little bit weird. I might have to change that. The Bengals don't have anything that I want. They have pick 16 in the draft. What about if I could get a 3rd and a 4th this year for Olivier? Almost. But we have a lot of picks this year. Maybe I go with picks next year. Maybe that's the move. No, let's go picks this year. Let's trade them a 6th round pick and that's declined. So we'll just add in a 7th-round pick next year. That should go through. Trade offer is accepted. So we get a 3rd-round pick and a 4th-round pick this year, and we trade away those 2 guys, or those 3 guys. Now we just have Brady Quinn. So our draft picks are the 2nd pick, the 5th pick, the 8th pick, the 26th pick, a 2nd-round pick, a 3rd-round pick, a 4th-round pick, two 4th-round picks, 2 5th-round picks, and a 6th-round pick. So we can possibly trade some of these picks for picks next year, obviously. That's probably what I'm going to do. But we have Brady Quinn. We might as well trade him while he has value. And there are some teams that are interested in his potential. The Cardinals being one of them. They have Kurt Warner, I'm pretty sure, right? Oh, they have Matt Leinart. So I won't trade him to the Cardinals. The Chiefs are interested in him, though. They have Matt Castle. So they would definitely, although he wouldn't start there. Matt Castle's a higher overall. Where's he get a chance to start? He's got a chance. I just traded Derek Anderson. I can't trade Brady Quinn and Derek Anderson to the Dolphins. That's a little bit too much. The Panthers, they do need a quarterback, right? They have Matt Moore. So Brady Quinn would get a chance to start here. They have pick 6. What do they have that I want? We just got Steve Smith from these guys. So do they have anybody down here that's possibly like a project we could develop or something? I mean, maybe. Or we could just get draft picks for him, I guess. I just had to try that. I guess we could try and get some draft picks. Maybe some next year draft picks for him. Maybe like a 2nd and a 3rd next year from the Panthers. That looks pretty good. They need a wide receiver. We have Plaxico Burress. They are interested in Plaxico. That almost goes through. Let's go to draft picks, and let's give them a 5th rounder next year, or this year. So that goes. So we trade Brady Quinn to the Panthers, Plaxico Burress, and a 5th-round pick this year for 2 picks next year, which will help us out with some depth. So that gets rid of all of our contract worries. Let's check out retirements. Anybody notable? Alan Faneca, Donald Driver. Who else? Anybody else? No. Isaac Bruce. Ty Law. Lamont Jordan. Brian Dawkins. Walter Jones. Lawyer Malloy. Deuce McAllister. Todd Collins. Teddy Bruschi. Fred Taylor. Sean Springs. Mushin Muhammad. So some big names. Lorenzo Neal's gone. Jason Taylor does retire. Jeff Saturday. Mike Vrabel. Sam Madison, so he got picked up by the Bucks, or got traded to the Bucks, either one. Zach Thomas did get picked up because he was in free agency, so he got picked up by the Bucks. He's retiring, though. Terrell Owens is retired, so it's a good thing I didn't try and trade for Terrell Owens. Oh, here's our retirements. Robert Royal and David Patton. Terrell Owens, like I said, retired. Anybody else? Just some names. Amani Toomer, Pete Carroll, and Andy Reid both retire, so that's interesting. And now we can get into free agency. We made some big moves already. Got a lot of draft picks, a lot of capital, and we're ready to go. We got a lot of money to spend too, so let's get into free agency, see who's there. All right, $83 million. Oh, hold on. I wanted to go to the Bengals and change Andrew Whitworth to a left tackle because he's a left. That's what he plays. I don't know why they have him as a left guard when they have Evan Mathis too. Well, I mean, they don't have Evan Mathis. He was just in free agency. But Andrew Whitworth is a left tackle. Save changes. He stays at 89. So that's good. So he's a left tackle now. We still have $83 million to spend. Evan Mathis is here. We could bring in, he's only 28. We could get a left guard. That would be pretty good. Let's check out quarterbacks because we're going to need a backup or a starter, depending on what we decide to do in the draft. So looking at the options we got here, Kurt Warner could be a bridge quarterback for us. Jason Campbell, if you guys remember from the Dolphins series, Jason Campbell was in the Super Bowl against us as the Washington football team quarterback. So that's pretty cool. The only guy I'm looking at here is probably Kurt Warner. Maybe David Gerard. We could pay some money for him, but That's a lot of money to be a backup. I mean, he'd probably be a starter over like a Sam Bradford or something if we took him. As for running backs, we got Darren McFadden. I want to focus on Darren McFadden, so we just need to get some role players to help him out. Maybe like Darren Sproles for a nice cheap little contract. See if he signs this. $13.5 million over 3 years. That's a decent offer for him. And I like to run 3 running backs. So maybe we sign like Ricky Williams for like a 2-year deal. He's out. He's injured actually. So we could probably get him even cheaper. So 2 years, $7 million contract. See if he accepts that. As for wide receivers, TJ Hushmanzada is here. Okay. Dominic Hickson, Steve Breston, Dante Stallworth, and Norris Moss. Not a lot of wide receiver options here. Obviously, there's some decent wide receivers in this year's draft, so maybe we don't need a wide receiver, especially not at that price. Delaney Walker. What in the world is Delaney Walker doing in free agency at 26 years old? We do need a tight end. He's got 15 offers. Is that the big money splash that we go and get? I don't think it is. I don't think he's the guy that we go after. Although Algie Crumpler wouldn't be bad to have as like a backup. If we can get him cheap. Like $11 million over 2 years is not bad. Left tackle, we do need a backup left tackle for Joe Thomas. And Matt Light is here. I do love Matt Light. I like me some Matt Light. So let's see if we can get him for 2 years, $3 million to be a backup left tackle. Left guard is going to probably be a draft pick, I would assume. I'm not seeing anybody here that I like. I mean, Kyle Kozier. 27 offers for, what's-his-face, Evan Mathis. That's crazy. Let's offer this dude $2.5 million for a year. See what he says about that. Center, we need a better center than what we have, but we could just get somebody in free agency to fit that, or in the draft to fit that. Although this guy seems to be pretty good. I bet I could get him on a cheap deal. We offer him the same amount as we offered the other guy. Roberto Garza has no offers. He's a little bit older, 31. We don't need him here for very long. But if we go like that, we give him a $6 million deal for a year. And obviously, this is all subject to change if we end up drafting people at that position. But we need somebody better than 62 overall, which is not hard. I wouldn't be mad at Will Beatty as a backup if I can get him cheaper than normal. 1.5. Defense. Okay. We need some defense. What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? Nothing at all. Defensive tackle. Booger McFarland's got a bid on him already. That kind of stinks. I don't know what to do there. Simeon Rice has no offers, but we don't really need a right end. We need more of a left end. Although we got Chris Long too. Linebackers, we do need linebackers. Linebackers like the one position that we just need desperately. We can't get James Anderson. So maybe we go... Anthony Simmons is 34. Oh, I didn't know he was going to be 34. Daryl Blackstock is cheap, and he's 70 overall. So if I just go and offer him this money, give him $4 million, he should accept that. He's not going to get any other offers, I don't think. As for middle linebacker, I'm not liking anything here. Right outside linebacker, don't like anything here either. William Gay's got 5 offers. There's some decent corners here, but I don't want to really pay that much money for a guy that I don't really see a future with. Like, I don't want to give a guy like Jason Allen or William Gay $15+ million for something I don't see a future with. So I don't want to waste that money when I could bring in a guy like Tremaine McBride, who's 24, offer him a cheaper deal, maybe 3 years, $9 million. See what he says to that. That wouldn't be horrible. I'm not mad at that at all. This guy made the Pro Bowl, so I mean we can bring him back. I'll give him a decent offer. I'll give him $4 million because he made the Pro Bowl. And then a backup free safety, or strong safety I should say. He's got a fractured shoulder blade, so that's no good. That's no bueno. But we can get him for $8 million, I would think. Kicker, Phil Dawson's here. Steven Gostkowski is here. I'll offer you a decent chunk of change if you accept that. Then we can get rid of Phil Dawson. Alright, so my negotiations are Gostkowski, Ricky Williams, Darren Sproles, Roberto Garza, Deion Grant, Tremaine McBride, Algie Crumpler, Sean O'Hara, Kyle Cozier, Matt Light, Daryl Blackstock, Abram Elam, and Will Beatty. Mainly just backup depth pieces. So let's go and see if any of those guys sign. I hope they all do, but I'm assuming that some of them aren't going to sign, and then they'll get other offers, and we'll have to go look for other people. So that's just how things work. All right, so we get Matt Light, which is big, backup left tackle. We get Gostkowski, so now we can get rid of Phil Dawson. We get Cozier. We get Elam back. Ricky Williams accepts. Will Beatty accepts. O'Hara accepts. Garza accepts. McBride accepts. Is that everybody? That's not everybody, is it? I still got some people looking. Darren Sproles is not coming here. He's got 8 bids. Deion Grant's not coming here. Algie Crumpler's not coming here. And Blackstock's not coming here. Okay. So that's upsetting. But I figured that they wouldn't agree to those offers. I mean, those are kind of some crazy... Those are some crazy cheap deals that I was looking at. Looks like I forgot quarterback. So... Jamarcus Russell. 25 years old. 68 overall. We could try an experiment with good old Jamarcus and see what happens there. I wouldn't be mad at that. As for wide receiver, I'm not liking anything there. We've got these backups now, so that's all good. Is there anybody else here that we need to sign? I don't think so. Defensive tackle. Don't like it. Simeon Rice still has no offers. I'll throw a bid on Simeon Rice. Not anything crazy. See what he says to it. I'll offer him about $4.5 million over a year. He doesn't have to accept. If he does, that's great, but we don't need him. Who else is here? So Blackstock was 70 overall. You know what? Anthony Simmons, he's got star value or star development. It can't hurt to have him on the team, especially not for very long. So let's see if those guys accept. I really hope they do because we need some depth. All right, so Jamarcus Russell accepts. He's currently our starting quarterback. And Anthony Simmons, I don't know. Simmons, I would assume. He accepts as well. Simeon Rice did not accept. He's going to go to Green Bay. That's perfect. Go to Green Bay. We didn't need you. There's nobody else really here that I want. So let's move on to the NFL draft where we got the 2nd overall pick. All right, free agency recap right before the draft. MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew, goes to the Cardinals. Evan Mathis signs with the Saints. Ryan Grant to the Jets. Olindo Mare to the Cardinals. Jason Elam to the Saints. David Gerard to the football team. Stover to the Cardinals. Kyle Lorton to the Seahawks. Ryan Longwell to the Steelers. Lawrence Maroney Raiders. William Gay to the Titans. Tatum Bell to the Packers. Pierre Thomas Jags. Kurt Warner Chiefs. Darren Sproles Cardinals. So the Cardinals spent a lot of money here. Jason Campbell Steelers. Simeon Rice Packers. Matt Castle Panthers. Drayton Florence to the Colts. some big names. Chad Pennington stays with the Dolphins. I think that's where he was at the start. But let me check the Panthers real quick, because I'm pretty sure that's where we traded Brady Quinn. So do the Panthers, how many quarterbacks do the Panthers have? They have Matt Castle, Brady Quinn, and Matt Moore. So that kind of stinks that Brady Quinn doesn't get to start. But I was hoping that he would. He's probably never going to start, really. But now it's time to start the NFL draft. Let's do this. It is drafting time. The future is here. Round 1, pick 2, and Ndamukong Suh goes number 1. That is bad because they knew exactly who they were going to take. Okay, so Ndamukong Suh's off the board. We need everything. We need everything besides left tackle, basically, because we have Joe Thomas. Which kind of stinks. I mean, we could take Trent Williams and trade Trent Williams. That would be an interesting situation. Let's look at quarterbacks. So we got Sam Bradford, who is a early second-round grade. He's got A+ throw power, A short accuracy, A- play action. He's not fast at all. 4.8 40-yard dash, 4.8 40-yard dash. That's not good for a quarterback. Tim Tebow is here. He did throw power A+. We have him as an undrafted talent. That's interesting. What about running back? CJ Spiller ran a 4.3 40. Okay. Wide receiver, Demaryius Thomas. Des Bryant. Dexter McCluster. Rob Gronkowski. I mean, we could take a guy like Rob Gronkowski, but with the second pick overall, I don't think that's where we need to take him. I mean, my brain is telling me to take Trent Williams and then just trade him because we don't need him. I guess we could put him at right tackle. I mean, that's a possibility. Joe Hayden, Kareem Jackson, Devin McCourty, Eric Berry looks pretty good. Earl Thomas looks real good too. Taylor Mays, wow. Taylor Mays looks amazing. Taylor, no pun intended, he looks amazing. 8.1 combine grade. I don't know what to do. Do we take Trent Williams and then just move him to right tackle? That'd be a pretty solid, like, left tackle, right tackle position. We got Joe Thomas and Trent Williams on the sides. Yeah, I think that's the move. I think because this opens up so many opportunities. We could trade Trent Williams if there's a better right tackle in the future, or we could just move him to right tackle and then just use him at right tackle. So I think this is the move. We take Trent Williams and we just beef up that offensive line. So let's take Trent Williams. He's a 76 overall with hidden development. All right, I like that. I like that. I like that. Why is it skipping all the way to my pick? I don't understand why it's skipping to user pick. Oh, because I'm the coach. I can't. If I was the owner, I could be able to go through. But since I'm the coach, it does it like this. That's stupid. Now I can't see who goes. I have to remember who goes or who's here. So Joe Hayden is gone. That kind of blows a little bit. Not what I was hoping. I was hoping Joe Hayden would be here. Gerald McCoy is here. And we have him graded as a top talent. We also have the 8th pick too. So I'm probably going to get a corner with the 8th pick, depending on if there's a corner here. Eric Berry must have went. I don't think we can pass up on Earl Thomas. I mean, Earl Thomas is a first-round talent. Let's take Earl Thomas. He's a 74 with hidden. He can start right away. All right, so pick 8. So Gerald McCoy does go pick 7. That sucks. What's the corner position looking like? Still got Kareem Jackson and Devin McCourty. I would have a feeling that both of those guys will be gone by the time we get to pick 26. But We've also got guys like Brandon Graham and Jason Pierre-Paul that are still here. How are they looking? JPP looks good. Brandon Graham looks good too. They both have B+ tackling. They both have B pursuit. He has B+ block shedding. He has B hit power. I mean, we need everything basically. So, let me look at defense end and see if there's any value picks later on. Lamar Houston's still here. He could be a value pick later on. Did I scout anybody down here? I did not. What about right end? Jerry Hughes. So we don't have to get... I mean, Everson Griffin's here as well. Carlos Dunlap. So we don't have to get Brandon Graham, which is kind of why I'm feeling corner. But the question is, what corner? Is it Kareem Jackson or is it Devin McCourty? We got Devin McCourty in the Dolphins, which is kind of why I'm feeling Kareem Jackson. But it's just a matter of who's better, I guess, overall. McCourty has better man coverage. They both have the same play rec. McCourty has better press. He's 23. He's 22. They're both man-to-man corners. He's 5'11", 193. He's 5'10", 196. Oh, it's basically eeny, meeny, miny, mo at this point. I mean, Devin McCourty's probably the better option. I think Devin McCourty's the better option. Let's take Devin McCourty. He is a 77 with hidden. All right, I can live with that. Now, pick 26. Who is still here at pick 26? Sam Bradford's still here. What about Gronk? Is Gronk still here? Okay, I might have to take Gronk just to make sure that he's still there. All right, let's go to defense end and take a look. Strong safety, all those guys are still there. Okay, good. Corner, he went. Right outside linebacker, Sean Lee's still there. Navarro Bowman's still there. Linval Joseph is still here. Geno Atkins is still there. Dunlap and Griffin. Oh, no. Jerry Hughes is gone. Okay. That kind of sucks a little bit, but Lamar Houston is still here. I feel like we take Gronk because I need a tackle, or I need a tight end. I need a tight end badly. So I think we take Rob Gronkowski here. He's 21, 6'6", 264. Let's take Rob Gronkowski. 74 overall. Linval Joseph goes. That sucks, but okay. We need a... All right, so it's looking like those guys. Okay, corner, free safety. I think this is the Sean Lee deal. I think we take Sean Lee now. When's our next pick? Pick 3. So after this pick, it's pick 3. So I think we take Sean Lee because Sean Lee's definitely not going to be here. He looks really good. Let's take Sean Lee. He's a 73 with hidden. We're getting some good value picks here. Everson Griffin goes. Who's here in the 3rd round? So Sam Bradford finally goes. So it's just left to Jimmy Clausen. Wide receivers. Is there anybody down here? Antonio Brown's down there. But it looks like Victor Cruz. Looks like all the other wide receivers are gone. Okay, Jimmy Graham left. Somebody took Jimmy Graham. Geno Atkins is here. This has got to be where we take Geno Atkins, right? Or is this where we take a guy like Cam Chancellor? Because Taylor Mays is gone. We need a strong safety. We already drafted a free safety. Do we take a Cam Chancellor? We have such a high grade on him. He's definitely a development pick. I don't know if he'd still be here by round 4 is the problem. I know Geno Atkins won't be here by round 4. But will Cam Chancellor or Rashad Jones looks good too. I'm going to bank that one of those guys, or if not both those guys, are here. I don't think Geno Atkins will be here, so we got to take Geno Atkins. He's 71 with hidden. Please be there, please be there, please be there, please be there. Come on, 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 come on. So Chancellor's gone, but Rashad Jones is here, so we got to take Rashad. We need a strong safety. He's 67 with hidden. All right, now we have another pick in the 4th round. So we have focused a lot on defense here, which is good because that's what we needed to do. Just looking at guys that I've scouted so far. I mean, we don't need Antonio Brown right now, but it would be nice to have him. We do need a quarterback. I mean, I'm not wasting a 4th round pick on Jimmy Clausen, especially when we have him as undrafted. So I think we go and get. I mean, Victor Cruz is here too. So if we don't get Antonio Brown, then we could get Victor Cruz. I think we focus on some sort of corner, maybe. Sam Shields is down here. I don't know what we need. We need everything, basically. And the best option is to get Antonio Brown. 71 hidden. That's the best option, is to get Antonio. I like that pick. He's got good speed. He'll be good for us. Now we got 5th round pick. This is probably where we start trading for other picks. It looks like we're going to rock with Jamarcus Russell as our starting quarterback. That's a little bit worrying, but definitely not what I planned. What other guys do we got here that we can possibly get? Who's still here? Dakota Watson. Vincent Ray. He looks alright. Junior Galette. He went to Florida, right? Stillman. I don't know what Stillman College is. Sorry if I don't know what Stillman College is. I didn't mean to offend anybody. But I think we trade this pick. See what we can get for it. We can get a 5th and a 7th. Just a bunch of 5ths next year. So we can just basically move back. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to move back. I want to get picks next year. So since we can't move back into next year's draft, Dakota Watson looks really good. Let's take a flyer on Dakota Watson. He's 63 with hidden, so he's definitely going to be a potential building block. So this is our final pick. We can get 5th rounders. That's in 4th round. We might let me take a look here. We might be able to get that 4th round pick. Is Victor Cruz still here? Victor Cruz might be in free agency, so we'll just have to bet on that. Jamarcus Webb. I don't think there's anybody else that I really want, and we can get that 4th round pick. So adding a 4th round pick to the draft class next year would be very good. Packers are offering it, the 49ers are offering it, and the Colts are offering it, and the Bucks. Let's take the Colts offer. So we'll take that 4th round pick. That's big. Now we skip to next user pick, and we bank on some of those guys falling in free agency. I don't think they will, but you never really know. So let's go to draft recap. I think this was a very solid draft. We took Trent Williams with the 2nd pick. We can move him to right tackle. Actually, I might do that now. Let's edit player, move you to right tackle. He's a 70. What was he? A 70 something overall? Hold on. Discard changes. What was he? He's a 76 overall right now. So if we move him to right tackle, what does he become? Does he stay as a 76 overall? Right tackle. He is still a 76 overall, so that's perfect. Earl Thomas was a good pick. Devin McCourty was a good pick. Gronkowski was a good pick. Sean Lee was a good pick. Geno Atkins was a good pick. Rashad Jones was a good pick, but he's got promise to grow. Antonio Brown and Dakota Watson. Okay, so these are all players that will probably start for us this year. Let me just look at the depth chart real quick and make sure Jamarcus Russell is our starting quarterback. All right. It's got Joe Thomas starting at right tackle. That's not what I want. I want Joe Thomas starting at left tackle. And I want Trent Williams starting at right tackle. Because that's what I do. Right guard is good. Center is good. Okay, so now that we fixed that, let's take a look at this overview lineup. So we've got... Our offensive line looks very, very good. Much better than it did in year one. We've got Steve Smith now. We've got Antonio Brown, who's got some potential. We've got Braylon Edwards, who I said could be a third option here. Ricky Williams and Darren McFadden. I'm going to start Darren McFadden over Ricky Williams. On the defensive side, we've got 3 guys with hidden, which is beautiful, and Rashard Jones, who's also got hidden, and Devin McCourty, who's also got hidden. So this team looks a lot better than it did in year one, that is for sure. I'm going to have to take a look at the scheme and make sure that the scheme fits what we're going with here. We've got 80 potential on the vertical run, and we've got 80% on the West Coast power run. I think I'm going to run West Coast power. And then we got 86. Oh, we got 90 on the 4-6 defense. Okay. 90% scheme fit on the 4-6 defense is what we will run. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Yeah, yes, this looks good. I like this. We got Geno Atkins, Earl Thomas. Once Devin McCourty grows, Brandon Browner. This team's looking really good. This team is looking very solid. Very good. Chris Long's here. Yes, okay. I like this. I like this a lot. Good team. Now we can simulate to preseason week number 1, and then we'll close out the video. All right, so we're back in preseason of the 2010 regular season. Well, we'll be in the 2010 regular season on the next episode, and then the 2011 draft class will be in. And you know who's in that draft class? Cam Newton. But I drafted Cam Newton in the Dolphins series, so I won't draft Cam Newton in this series. We'll just have to go another year without a big-time quarterback because you know what's in 2012. Andrew Luck is in that draft class. Maybe that's who we take. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know. I don't know what we do. But that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!